Hello everybody and welcome to this little episode where we're going to explore a cure for that rainy day. Perhaps some cumulus clouds have rolled in on you, or maybe those stratus clouds are lingering a bit too long and making you feel gloomy. Perhaps there's not clouds outside, but you're feeling all kind of rainy inside. If that's the case, this is a great recipe to pick you up. It's almost scientifically proven. We're going to make homemade chicken stock. A lot of people will throw out the term chicken stock, chicken broth, bone broth, and really it's all one and the same. The most important element is that you give yourself at least 5 to 6 hours to cook the bones down so that you're releasing all the minerals into the stock. So for our homemade chicken stock today, let's run through the ingredients real quick. 1 whole 3.5 pound chicken, a half a tablespoon of sliced ginger, 5 garlic cloves, 4 carrots washed, 1 large yellow onion, 4 celery stalks washed. I have about 8 sprigs of parsley, 1 of rosemary, 1 of oregano, all fresh, 2 bay leaves, and 10 peppercorns. Now with the chicken, you don't have to use a whole chicken. You can use bones left over from family meals that you have frozen and you want to make a stock with. That's totally fine. And you can also use other bones as well. The reason I'm using a whole chicken is that in this process, I'm actually going to take it out, remove the meat once it's done cooking, and put the bones back in. I'll then use that meat in a chicken soup I'm gonna make later tonight. Okay, so let's get started. Since we're going to be putting this stuff into a pot, and it's going to be cooking down, we don't have to worry about fancy knife skills or anything. I'm just gonna rough chop these carrots and throw them straight in. Same with the celery. Again, no fancy knife skills, just a rough chop and throw it in. I'm gonna just dump in my garlic and my ginger. In fact, let's have a little fun. Let's crush these garlic cloves. There we go. Oh, we got a little piece on me. All right, we'll throw those in, throw in our ginger. For the onion, I'm just gonna slice off the little top hat of the onion, and then I'm going to cut it in half and cut it in quarters. Next, I'm going to just throw in all my herbs, aromatics. Great. I'm just going to put the chicken in here, and it just fits. If you're having trouble fitting it into your pan, you could quarter it up. Just be sure to save the backbone. You are gonna wanna cook that down. All right, we have our chicken stock here. I'm gonna fill the pan all the way up with cold water, and then we'll put it on the stove. We filled it up with water, and then come with me over to our stove where we're gonna put it on some heat. We got some heat on it. We're gonna bring it up to a simmer. At that point, we'll lower our heat all the way down to low, cover it. We'll skim, take the meat off the bones. A few more steps in the process, but it's pretty passive at this point. Hi everybody, Paul from the editing room. I just want to touch base on a couple of really important things. First, after about an hour of simmering, we're going to take our whole chicken and remove all the meat off of the bones. We're going to put the bones back into the stock and continue to cook them, but we're going to save our meat for other purposes. If you got a big metal cleaver laying around, now's the time to use it. The other really important thing I wanted to mention is that you do need to skim the top of the stock for impurities. Basically impurities, fats, other things that rise up to the top. We want to take a ladle and skim that out. You're going to come back to the stock every 30 minutes or so and discard the impurities. Makes your stock so much cleaner. Okay, now back to the action. Well, we've been cooking for a total of about 6 hours. Our bone broth, our chicken stock is ready. Let's go ahead and get straining. Okay, I put a colander in here to kind of help keep everything below the water line. So I'm gonna hold that in place and strain it through a cheesecloth into another pan. And that does it. Everything is strained. This is the stock that we were able to make, the bone broth, the chicken broth. And this is gonna be packed with minerals and all that goodness that we were able to extract from not only the chicken, but also all of those really important vegetables. In a time like this, it's really important to be eating a lot of garlic and ginger, and we just infuse this broth with that. Now, if you're not gonna use this right away, you do wanna chill it as quickly as possible. It'll stay in your fridge for about 5 days, and it'll stay in the freezer for a few months. Just infuse it into the rest of the food that you're making. I'm actually gonna use it right away. It's Sunday afternoon, right before our weekly live show, Community Sunday Cooking, where we're gonna be making some chicken soup to really nourish our souls. I really hope that this bone broth nourishes you too. It's really important for us to be taking in important vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, and that's all found in this. Please let me know how it goes in the comments below, and until next time everybody, happy cooking.